All right. Well, that was an awesome victory today against the Cardinals. I didn't expect it to be that sound of a victory. But of course, you were off by 1 point each, being your prediction of being 31-17, and the actual final score being 30-18. It
Hmm.
was kind of what, I mean, I'm not surprised that it was a low scoring game because I thought that the defense would come to play. But I guess I expected more from the Cardinals offense, and they came out firing. They got a
Yeah.
touchdown to Michael Wilson right away. And they kind of did it. I think it was like a 5 play drive, or I can't really remember actually. I'll look at the box score. But anyway, it didn't have me feeling nicey, as John Gruden would say, to start off that game. But sure enough, we kind of pulled it together and picked off Kyler Murray twice to start off the game. Um,
Rapid fire too. It was like interception from Ernest Jones, got it down to like the 15-yard line or whatever, and then the next drive after we score, like the throw or two later after that, Kyler throws it right to Kobe Bryant again. So Kobe Bryant is quickly becoming one of Kyler Murray's favorite receivers, which is a really funny sentence to say. But yeah, I mean, the biggest surprise to me for this game was just how much it went like I guessed it would. Because we just kind of pull shit out of our ass for a lot of these predictions, but it was exactly what I thought was going to happen. I mean, the offensive line with Laumea in there continuing to get more playing time, I think they played their best game of the season overall. Like Gino was not sacked, and I think we're gonna look back at this game in a word and just call it the Charbonnet game because man, was that guy moving today. I haven't seen him run with that just tenacity and burst all season, and
he looked
then
explosive.
he did,
It was awesome.
especially on that 51-yard touchdown run. That was our longest run of the season, and that
Mhm.
was the fastest he's ever looked to me. And it just goes to show, like, we got real talent in this backfield if they just even get a just not horrible offensive line performance. Because
Yeah.
I don't think we had like an elite offensive line performance today. There was some missed assignments, there were some penalties, and yada yada yada. But they created enough holes for Sharp to go off for nearly 200 total yards today and two touchdowns. Just an amazing performance from Charbonnet.
Yeah, quick on the Ernest Jones pick. I just wanted to say that I think that that whole us acquiring him is kind of the epitome of how Mike McDonald has been as a coach this season. Like we get rid of Dodson, even though he was showing signs of being a promising player early on in the season, and then we
Hmm.
cut him and bring in Ernest Jones, and that just kind of goes to show you like you have to perform and or you will be gone. Look at LaVisca and D. Williams.
Yeah.
So,
And
and
even like
then,
Christian Haynes, who's a backup now on this team, seemingly moving forward with Laumea. I don't think Bradford's getting his job back either. I think Laumea is playing too good at that right guard spot.
well, and I don't know if you saw it because obviously your situation, you couldn't see all of the game, but after halftime, they were interviewing Mike McDonald on the sideline, and he just like the way he was answering questions and just the aura about him, he was like tense and like, yeah, we've been playing great. We've been playing our style of ball, but we still got to finish. We have 30 more minutes left, and it was just like, damn, okay, he really fucking cares about this. This is awesome.
Yeah, and
And
like I don't think either of us had aspirations that we would be a real Super Bowl contender this year, but to me this season was always kind of getting a measuring stick on Mike McDonald and seeing if he's the guy. And I think no matter what happens the rest of the season, I think he is the guy, man. Like the
yeah,
turnaround
I
he's had
agree.
on this defense and the accountability he's forcing out of these players with some of the moves you talked about and how it's, resulted in a huge positive for this team. That takes guts, to cut a guy like Dodson, your team's leading tackler mid-season. That takes guts. to,
Yeah,
face a locker room after you make a move like that that might have rubbed some people the wrong way. But that we
especially. Oh, sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say we've rolled off what 4 wins in a row now,
Yeah.
and I mean, I don't know, man. Things are looking real good. But as you were saying,
Well, I was gonna say, especially because, like, given his age, he doesn't have the background or like the experience to like know is this the right move. And as far as we knew, Dotson was our starting linebacker, and so yeah, it was a ballsy move, almost like a Dan Campbell-esque move, and yeah, it's paid dividends very nicely over these past couple games.
yeah, and man, this defense right now, this stretch, this really 5 game stretch our defense has been on. This is the funnest I've had, like the most fun I've had watching us play defense as a team in God, it feels like a long time, like maybe 2017,
Hmm.
2016, because these guys are hitting, they're flying to the ball, they're forcing turnovers. We almost had 3 today with that fumble that just bounced right back into the Cardinals' lap there. But yeah, I mean they're getting pressure. They're just doing everything right now, and
Hmm.
they got to Kyler Murray twice today. I feel like if he wasn't such a good athlete, probably would have gone a couple more. And that pressure also was a big part of why he threw those 2 interceptions too. So it's
Yeah,
just fun to see. And also shout out to Tyrese Knight. I know we've been talking about Ernest a bunch, but Tyrese
he
is
had some big
balling out
plays.
there.
He had some big TFL. I believe he had a couple, at least one TFL today. That was huge.
Well, and he stood up James Conner a couple times, I want to say, in this game, which is no easy feat. That's a big running back.
Yeah, what were the overall? Oh, it's 121 rushing yards we gave up, but still, I mean, kept Kyler Murray under 300 yards, and
And really, I feel like those are kind of inflated from the garbage time drive the Cardinals had to finish the
that
game where
is true.
because they got all the way down to the 2 yard line. I think the Cardinals also had a really long drive that was over 90 yards in the game too.
Hmm.
So that I think that makes the numbers look worse than the actual performance was. But yeah, I mean, we get over 400 yards on total offense. Best day of the year for the run game without a doubt. Even Kenny McIntosh was looking pretty good out there.
Yeah, he looked really good out there.
Fun to see. I feel like that guy has not really got many opportunities, but he made the most of them today.
Yeah,
And
today
then
was like the only time I can think of seeing him actually play.
I think maybe total he's gotten like 3 carries ever before today. So I think you're right. And you know what was great about all that is Gino didn't have to be a superhero today. He literally just kind of took a bunch of checkdowns and hit the plays when they were there. Quick shout out again to JSN. He is really like it's not a fluke at this point. He's just a potential top 10 receiver in this league the way he's playing right now. He's been a consistent 80 yards, 5 to 7 catches kind of guy week in and week out with a, ceiling of 200 like he had against the Rams. But that play where Gino it was almost like he got hit as he threw, but
Hmm.
he hits JSN over the middle on 3rd and 10, and JSN catches it like one pencil width above the ground, and then takes off
I
and
know it looked
runs.
incomplete when it was live.
Yeah, I like that they hurried up to the line and just snapped it for the next play too, so they couldn't review it. But I think that catch was legit, even though it was super close.
Yeah, I'm comparing Geno Smith's stats right now to Jared Goff's because I almost feel like just based on my pure eye test, I know Geno has a lot less touchdown passes than Jared Goff, but
Hmm.
it almost seems like if you gave Geno Smith like Jared's offensive line, he would probably be playing exactly the same, if not better.
Right. I mean, and like today's kind of the pinnacle of how Geno Smith's season has been for the most part, where he's really accurate. He's completing a lot of his passes. I think he was over 80% today. But we only get one touchdown out of it just because that's just how things are working out this year for whatever reason. We keep getting to like the 2 or 3 yard line and then running in a touchdown with someone. So it's just kind of bad luck for his stats, but he's back in the lead for passing yards in the league right now. He's above Kirk Cousins, who, I mean, we'll save this for our, around the league talk this week, but dude, I think it's over for
Yeah.
Kirko mode in Atlanta. But yeah, Gino, top of the league right now with 3,474 passing yards and a 69.5% completion percentage. I believe that would be a franchise record if that holds. So it's not like Gino isn't having a great season. The touchdowns just haven't really shown up for whatever reason.
I gotta say, personally, as a Geno skeptical fan, I just didn't really believe in him at all until this year. Like based on like I just kind of needed to see him beat the Niners, I guess was
Mhm.
my main the main cloud over Geno's head in my eyes. But the fact that he was able to do that and then follow that up with was that the first win of the win
Yeah.
streak? Yeah, followed up with three more wins, that two of them being against Arizona and one of them being against his former team at in New Jersey. It's just been pretty awesome to see, and it's kind of totally changed, like you were saying, my Super Bowl aspirations for this team because if our defense keeps playing the way they are and Gino doesn't turn the ball over in the red zone, I think we're going to be liking our chances.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like after we fell to 4-5 and lost to the Rams and were about to play the Niners a week later, I was like, God, my moron ass really picked us to go 11-6. So we have to only lose one more game the rest of the season. Well, it's looking like that could happen still. I mean,
Yeah.
you got a game coming up here against the Packers at home, which I mean, that's going to be a tough game. Vikings after that, another really tough game, but then you got the Bears and the Rams again, like no, by no means are any of those gimmies, but like I could see us going 3-1 down the stretch here, maybe even sweeping, like going to 12-5. It's not the way that if the defense keeps playing like this, there's no reason why we can't do it. Do I think we will? Probably not. 3-1 would even be a little bold, but I think you get to 10 wins in this division, man, as long as one of those wins is over the Rams, and you probably get the NFC West title.
Yeah, is it so it's Packers, Vikings, Bears, Rams? Is that the final four
Correct.
team?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to play Chicago.
I feel like our defense is going to feast on that
They
Chicago
got blown
offense.
out by a depleted Niners team today. Like they
Yeah,
got their
Isaac
asses
Garendo
kicked.
looked like fucking Walter Payton against them. Brock Purdy threw like 80 touchdowns to Juwan Jennings. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I don't have too much else on this one. Just I was really happy with Gino's performance, the defense's performance, of course, and then looking forward to seeing what we can do against the Packers.
I guess the only other note I have about this game is that we got out of that stadium with no injuries, which is
A miracle.
amazing. Yeah, because that stadium has been so cursed for us in that
Yeah.
regard. But yeah, man, I mean, 8-5, top of the division. Super fucking annoying that the Rams decided to be like the 2018 Rams against the Chiefs today and score
You mean the
40.
Bills? But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah, like it was like almost like a repeat of that game from 6 years ago, though, where it was like every time a team had the ball, they scored.
Yeah.
Like, man, Bills, really? Sean McDermott? Like, do you need to talk about Al Qaeda more or something? Like, what's it going to take for your defense to do something? Just pathetic.
Yeah.
Anyways, I probably shouldn't be as mad as I am about the Rams winning that game, but it's just like I feel like every time I open it up, Puka was just scoring a touchdown. It was so annoying.
Yeah, it was really annoying to watch, especially because that would have been like a great game, not only for us, but like for the AFC, for the Bills to win, because
Mhm.
we want them to be the one seed, not the Chiefs, but it's looking
Well,
like that's not gonna happen now.
our best hope for that now might be dangerous
Might be
knocking off.
spicy.
Yeah, it might be getting spicy in the AFC over there, but the Chargers need to knock them off tonight. Right now it's a one-score game. I don't feel great about their chances to do that, especially since Ladd is out tonight. But man, yeah, I mean, if the Chiefs get to two losses and the Steelers keep winning, that game around Christmas time between the Steelers and the Chiefs could decide the top seed, which is a huge deal because I don't want to see the Chiefs just waltz their way to a fucking Super Bowl again.
I know it's a huge bummer that the Bengals have played as bad as they've played this year because they're the only team that has shown from the past that they can beat them, no matter the home or away. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it was literally like Tom Brady before that that beat them, right? I mean,
yeah,
if
it
you really think
was.
about it, which is crazy that it's been Joe Burrow and Tom Brady are the only quarterbacks that have beaten Mahomes in the playoffs. I think
It's
like at
awful.
all.
Yeah,
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 pretty
because
wild.
Mahomes has been to every AFC Championship game since he's been in the league,
Hmm.
and he's only lost the Super Bowl once, and that was to Brady.
Yeah,
And then
and
all the other
then
AFC games he lost were to Brady, and then one to Burrow.
yeah, that's wild actually.
Yeah.
I never would have thought at the time that I'd look back at that and be like, thank God for Tom Brady.
Uh, all right. Well, I'm probably gonna finish watching the rest of this Chiefs Charger game. Hopefully the Chargers can win. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll see. Oh, deep ball. Quentin Johnston, no connection there.
He is so disappointing.
Oh, there's a flag though. Oh, it's Bill Vinovich. Pass interference. Defense number
That's
25.
the really angry ref.
Yeah, the one that he's always like,
He is always like that. What's his problem? He's so angry all the time.
yeah, he should be happy. He gets to ref NFL games for a living.
Yeah, he always looks like he's a cop that's like screaming at you to get on the ground when he's making a call.
Uh, all right. Well, that's all I got for this one, Ryan.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, these reaction videos have been a lot of fun the last month since we're not, reeling
Sad.
so hard. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
There's been like things to say and
Yeah.
and all that.
All right. Well, if you made it this far, thanks for listening. Don't forget to click subscribe, and we'll see you later this week for our game previews.
Yep. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and we will see you later this week.
Yep. See you next time.